This is JPCEO, host of the podcast Push and co-host of Testimony Tuesday Radio with the Petty Pimps. And we thought that it would be a really fantastic idea to give you all kind of a best of, episode. Best of us messing up, best funny moments, and just best moments, period. This was the first season that we've been on television, so we wanted to share the madness with you all. Hope you enjoy. There was going to be this show. It's going to be a fantastic show. TV2 is an artist. He's a host. And we were going to create this podcast still, a radio show.
Yes.
But it was going to be set up with revolving guest host. And I was just going to produce the show and go about my merry way. Ray was going to provide music and go about his merry way. And guess what? The first 5 episodes, our guest host did not show.
Even the special guest host me out. What's that? Nope, I wasn't there.
Yeah. So
It I wasn't supposed to be there.
That's a valid point.
It actually happened quite organically because TB2 and I just started talking.
Correct.
And voila, season 1. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the very first episode of the podcast Push. I am your host, Jackie J.P. Phillips, a.k.a. JPCEO. I wanted to bring something like this to everyone for a while now. Just didn't have the time, had to find the time, but had to really get the concept down. And what the podcast Push is about, all things podcasting, right?
My name is Lauren Spearman. I go by the moniker The Bounce Back Advocate because I am an inspirational speaker who believes that there is nothing that you have gone through in life where you are too far gone to bounce back. No obstacle you can't overcome. So I spend my time allowing other people to receive a purpose push when they need it and coaching them to get to the next level. I am a mom of 2. I have a 14-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old son, and I am just happy to be here.
Hi, I am T. Thomas, Ask for the T. We do that because I am a hairstylist. It's a life. It's a lifestyle, I am a wife, a mom. I've got a bunch of daughters. I won't even tell you how many, but I have a bunch of daughters. And I'm a salon owner, a business mogul. I'm a podcast host and a member of TIPA.
Hello. Such an honor and pleasure to be sitting on the podcast Push.
Okay.
You guys know all about me. Some of you do. I am a wife, first of all, speaker, motivation, training, development, and I do diversity and inclusion, which is a space where I get to really listen and learn.
Hey, I'm Keith Turner. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I run Turn Group Technologies, and I recently launched a pet snacks company called Happy Doggy Treats, and it's human grade quality pet snacks. So we started that. So it's always a new company, it's always a new thing, and just always working to help other entrepreneurs also grow. So
I'm Kelly or Jersey. That's Reggie over there. He's just staring. We've actually been doing boxing for a really long time.
I've been training probably for about a minute now, maybe 3-4 years now. And I train with different professionals, pro MMA guys, pro kickboxers.
Sure. So I have a company called Coaching with Confidence, and I help coaches, course creators, consultants, people who are showing up online and wanting to build an audience and sell their stuff. I help them do that.
Elder Ivan Coates. I have a ministry, Common Knowledge Ministries, which I founded in 2012. And we've been doing what you're seeing all these pastors and stuff do now. I've been doing it since 2012. Started out live streaming, going live weekly way back in 2012. So for 8 years, I've been live streaming every week through Facebook. We added Instagram, YouTube, and now we're podcasting as well. So
I'm Ebony Beadle. I am one of the previous owners of Qtopia 2 Billiards Bar and Grill. More recently, co-owner of 2Q Bar and Grill right down the street on West Florissant from the initial, original location of Qtopia, about a half a mile down the road. I am also a senior trust consultant for the Edward Jones Trust Company. I've worked for that financial services group for the last 20 plus years. And I'm also the founder of UMAD and Damu clothing line.
I know it looks a little different today. I'm going to start to my right. This is our friend and colleague, D. Cannon, and you'll learn more about him in a second. And then we have the Masked Marauder over here to my left.
Yes.
I don't know what happened today, but this is what we have today. That happened.
That happened.
The whole thing happened today.
Yes. What up, this your boy TB2.
JP CEO.
DJ Radar.
Listen, we got some real exciting news we want to share with y'all.
What news is that?
JP, no.
We have a new home. A new recording home for I was about to say STL TV.
She sure wanna. You got a new recording hole for STL TV.
It's STL TV.
It is there.
All right, ready?
Yeah. What up, this your boy TB2.
JP CEO.
DJ Radar.
Listen, we real excited to share some real dope news with y'all.
What news is that?
JP, no.
We have a new recording home. Testimony Tuesday now records at STL TV, and we air on ABC 30 in St. Louis.
So listen, if you need to know the dates and times, go on www.unheardmedia.biz.
Make sure you request.
What up, this your boy TB2.
JP CEO.
DJ Radar.
Man, listen, Testimony Tuesday Radio has a new home.
That's right, we record at STL TV, and we air on ABC 30.
Make sure you email us at unheard.
Crap. Okay, let's do it again.
At Testimony
Tuesday. She changing stuff, and then, but yeah, that's where it's supposed to be. We got to
All the
bring it.
emails coming to me was not working.
I know. It's about as bad as when we was in the closet.
No.
This is worse.
Ready?
What up? This your boy TB2.
JP CEO.
DJ Radar.
Listen, Testimony Tuesday Radio has a whole new home right now.
That's right, we record at STL TV, and we air on ABC 30 in St. Louis.
Make sure you email us at Testimony Tuesday Radio at Unheard Media.
It's just Testimony Tuesday.
Testimony Tuesday, no radio. I think what was important to me when it became evident with the power of collaboration, me being a singer and artist and starting in groups, that kind of coming from a musical family, and then, being in groups, I had to learn, I think one of the most important lessons I learned in regards to collaborating is that you don't know it all. And so it's okay to have people that you can bounce ideas off of, and we're better together than we are separate. And sometimes I think what happened with me is that I was so used to doing everything on my own, and I was so used to being like, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that, and then I get burnt out, and I didn't get to really enjoy the fruits of the labor. But I learned at a very early age, because my mom, she did, God rest her soul, she did not play when it came. Like, I was good for being alone, but she would be like, you can't be like that. Okay, because I would be the one, folks would try to do stuff for me. I'd be like, that's all right, my mama do it.
Pray. You have to start with prayer, whatever form of your higher power, whatever gives you peace in a particular situation. Seek that, and I think that it's important that you first and foremost, above anything else, evaluate self. Find out where your wounds are, and I ain't never against talking to a therapist. Right. Seek therapy, counselor, or things of that nature, because sometimes I agree, something that you said, sometimes your best representative of a father figure that you're looking for is right next to you. You don't know it because you're so clouded with so much disgust, hurt, anger, and you haven't really dealt with a lot of the old baggage that comes with you. But when you see, and I don't think it's anything wrong with seeking counseling, you just make sure that you don't seek counsel for someone that's not in the direction you're trying to go.
Makes sense to me.
It's very important that whoever you're going to take advice from, they need to. 3 people. Here we go. Those three types of people that I always say. You need one person under you who can learn from you. You need a person on the same level as you that keeps you humble and reminds you that y'all both in the same race. And you need someone above you that's already been where you're trying to get to. Absolutely. So I think a lot of times people have the under and the middle. They just don't have the above. And because they are so clouded or listening to the wrong person, they don't know the direction that they really should be in as opposed to what they're doing.
Absolutely. I agree. And I think once you have that clarity, really look around you and maximize those resources. And a father figure doesn't have to be, your biological father.
Correct.
Right? Correct. It is who you see as that type of man. So don't sleep on the people who are already in your life, the people who encourage you, the people who support you, the people who protect you.
Yes.
Naturally.
Yes.
Those are some people that, I would really focus on. And like you said, if people are serious about it, they'll pray with you about it.
Yeah.
Right. So, don't be afraid to, let people know. Yeah. A lot of times people miss out on opportunities because they're too afraid to actually just say the words like, hey, this is what I need. You make me feel safe. You make me feel comfortable. And you go from there.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
I agree.
DJ Retta?
So my granddad hit me with some wisdom. He was like, these young folks' pants are sagging with their minds. He told me to write that down. I was like, I'm gonna remember that.
Write it down so you could say it on the program. Nice. This is your granddaddy. How did I know that at some point that was gonna happen?
He didn't do that.
The myth was that you need to be closed off and that you don't have to. You got to be strong, which is kind of the same as Ray, but you had to be solid. But my wife changed that, and so now I understand that it's okay to be weak-willed for your mate or for your family that are your close, tight-knit circle. You ain't got to be hard and choke nobody all the time.
The only reason.
Show up and be your authentic self. That's it. I think about how you do it and be you.
Jersey, you have to tell people the accident. Twice.
When I got sucker punched twice by you. Both of them were accidents. One of them was we were actually doing a drill, and she pivoted. I pulled my arm back for her to pivot. She was supposed to throw 2. She threw an uppercut and caught me. That was one. The second time was we do a drill where we do ring generalship. We move around the ring, and I put a pad on, and she was throwing punches. Due to the pad size, one of the things we teach them is not to lean forward. I leaned forward, and she took her shot.
All right. So as you all know, I flipped the script a little bit for this podcast push because of all the shade and craziness I've caught about my boxing training. So I'm going to pay for this later. I just want you to know. You guys are seeing this on camera. I'm actually putting my trainers on the spot. They are not dressed or prepared for this at all, but I thought you guys would benefit from seeing literally what they do and why I brag about them so much. So Reggie and Jersey are gonna go over a drill with you guys and try to follow along, right? DVR it, pause it, do all that good stuff. I do it in real life. I'm gonna let them take the floor.
Okay, so what we wanna work on is how to raise somebody's guards up. So first thing you want to do is you want to start with a jab. So your jab, that would be your 1. And the best thing you want to do is you want to make sure you tuck your chin next to your shoulder. Here. Next thing you want to do, you want to follow it up with a 2. That would be your right cross. So you want to follow it up with a 1 again. So that's how you shoot a 1-2-1. And the purpose of shooting a 1-2-1 is to keep somebody's guards up, to keep them busy. So we'll show you in slow motion what it looks like. So if she threw her jab, she throw 1-2-1, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up like this, and it keeps me here. So, and that's what she's trying to do. So when she throws her combination, she has to move. She cannot stand there. So what she will wanna do is move her head, or we refer to it as slipping. So what she would do is she would shoot a 1-2-1, her, and once I decide if I'm good, I would try to shoot a punch right behind this, a 2. She would slip this. Once I shoot the 2, what comes behind it is a 3. When I shoot that, she will roll underneath here. She will put her head on my outside shoulder. She do not want to keep her head on the center line. That is bad. Otherwise, she can get attacked. So if she was her, that wouldn't be good. So when she rolled, she slipped. Her head is on my other outside shoulder. So if once I throw this 3, she puts it on my other outside shoulder. So what she can do after I throw this, I'm gonna throw a 4. Normally what comes after 3s or 4s. If I decide to throw a 4, she gonna dip again. She can also dip again once I throw this 3. Slip, sorry. Do it again. Go back. I'm gonna go back to the 2. Once she do the 2, she'll roll underneath the 3. She'll roll underneath the 4. Now what she can do is she can slip again. So if I decide to come back, she'll just slip her, and she can roll out. Now she want to move away from her. So what she'll do is she'll just simply roll away. Now she clears both shots. There's nothing in there right now. So if I decide to come forward, go back. We're gonna finish off with the last roll. Sir, her, she's out of the way. So if I decide to move forward, she's just gonna simply circle around this way. Do it again. Here. So once I come forward, she's gone. That is how you just keep somebody busy, and that's also how you move away from somebody.
So we'll be right back.
Testimony Tuesday Radio.
Join Real Talk with the Bishop live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 a.m. on Facebook at Real Talk with the Bishop and on Instagram at CScottMin.
Find your purpose with Purpose Coach Tiara Orman. Visit her website at tiaraorman.com or email her at info@tiaraorman.com.
And we're back. I always wanted to do that. No, I listen.
What was that?
Let me tell you
Jackson
something.
5 points.
Let me
right
tell you
there.
something. Let me tell you something. And we're back.
Oh, man, it's back.
And we're back.
Come on, JP, get some of that action. Petty pants, we got it. And we're back.
Quick draw.
Whoops. You heard what he said. Testimony Tuesday Radio, TB2. Testimony Tuesday Radio, TB2.
JP CEO.
And we're back.
He did it. Radar. Listen, enjoy this stuff.
Do it. There's not a perfect mic. There's not a perfect day of the week that you do it. There's not a perfect time. The perfect thing is doing it. That's
Yes.
it. Everything else will figure itself out. And if you switch from 2 weeks and you do it once a week, so what?
Yep.
So what? But be consistent in what it is that you do and why. Stay to your why. I keep saying that. Stick to your why. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it because like Darlicia Menzies doing, she's doing the prayer? Is that your reason?
Yes.
Understand why you want to do it and stick to it.
So get out your own way, people.
I like that.
There's something for everybody. As soon as you said you've done it one time, then you're no longer a rookie. So get out there and be in the bread aisle.
But my first piece of advice is going to be authentically you. A lot of times we get overwhelmed, as I was telling JP, the legend, about how there are so many podcasters out there, just like so many options in the bread aisle. But everybody in the bread aisle is still lucrative and still in business. So I feel like you just have to know. Yes, Air 5 because of Rona.
Oh, yeah.
But I just feel like there are so many people out there, but only one you, your unique voice, your unique audience that God has positioned you to be able to reach. Can I say God?
Yes, you gotta say the Lord.
I didn't know, on television. But yeah, so if you silence yourself and if you don't start, then that's a whole audience of people who would have specifically related to your voice that are missing their deliverance, that are missing their outlet, that are missing their next push to the next level. So be authentically you, who you are. Confidence is key. You know what I mean? Because you have to believe it first before others will buy into it. And then also don't be afraid to pivot. You know, as T was so beautifully talking about, she had a vision that it would start out in the actual salon, but due to Rona, it didn't, but she was still able to pivot and change the way she delivered the message and still get paid sponsorships and still reach people. So don't be afraid to pivot sometimes in order to get to your purpose.
Someone's waiting to hear your voice.
Absolutely.
There's literally someone waiting to hear your voice. My voice, your voice, his voice may not be the voice that connects. You know, use it. Don't be afraid. It's okay. You know, it's okay. Even if 1,000 people are doing it, it's okay.
Yeah, because your secret sauce is your secret sauce.
It really
Doesn't
is.
matter how they do it.
It does not.
You do it like you do it.
Yeah. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why I started the podcast push. It's because, you know, I'm always hearing, well, everybody's doing podcasts. I'm like, okay, be everybody in one.
That's right. That's right.
Come on.
I love it.
Be everybody in
Push
one.
through it. Push through.
Yeah, you gotta
Podcast
push. You gotta push.
Push. I promise you can.
Push. I promise you can. So podcasting is not just about the person behind the mic, but it is about, you know, production. It is about music. It is about coordination. It's a project, really, right? So you have to craft your episodes. You have to, you know, practice, create your energy. Let's talk about all the marketing and branding that have to go into your project. So what do you think determines listener growth?
Well, I would say consistency.
I agree.
Yes.
Right? Because if you're inconsistent with the way that you show up, the people aren't going to, just like if there was a TV show that came on sometimes, you know, people aren't going to rush home at 7 o'clock on Wednesday to watch something that may or may not be on 7 o'clock on Wednesday. So consistency is huge, and just showing up with relevant content, right? You have to know who you're talking to and what matters to them, because otherwise,
absolutely,
you know, it's going to fall on deaf ears.
That's true.
Absolutely. Not just relevant content. It has to be content that you actually believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We've all seen the robotic script reading, you know, and you could just tell, you're just like, someone unplug them, please.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I think when you deliver content that's really within you, it shines. Right.
That's right.
So both of you.
DJ Radar.
Oompa Loompa.
What's up, Darkness?
DJ Radar, we love him, and he is out attending to the midget galleries. You know, him and his people, you know, they so small that they couldn't even make it in this time. Listen, but
petty
a little bit. Hey, just because he's not here doesn't mean the spirit of pettiness does not live on. That is my petty pimp brother.
Absolutely.
I do everything from project management to process improvement, branding, marketing.
Bullying.
As they mentioned,
snacks.
I do partner and do workshops on pod leadership.
Withholding snacks. She has had us on a personal fast for 6 years. You heard what he said. Testimony Tuesday Radio, TB2, JPCEO, Light Bright, otherwise known as DJ Radar, TB2, JPCEO, Light Bright, DJ Radar. Did you just do that? It's Testimony Tuesday Radio. It's your boy TB2. Got the homie JPCEO. We got Light Bright.
Darkness.
Shorty by nature.
Darkness.
Oh, it's me, right?
It is you.
Okay.
Did we just tell him that? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Petty.
See, that's what happens. He just mad because he had to sit on like 3 phone books just so y'all could see him in the camera. Anyway, listen.
They still see me though.
Actually not, because you're light as the lights. So, listen. You're clear.
Black spot talking to me. Continue.
Wait till this camera. Wait till Andy say cut.
Snacks have been provided. Took us 17 years to get some snacks. We've been working with JP for 27 years.
He went from 17 to 27
Listen. You're
in
not
a
gonna,
matter of seconds.
You're not going to judge the fact when you
He ain't
labor.
lying.
Listen, when you labor for 36 years, I'm telling you.
Just roll with that.
To the person that tried JP because she wearing her shades, which are really glasses that she can't see
Thought he
without.
wasn't gonna tell.
Yeah, I'm
Petty.
sure
Let's
was.
get it.
I'm petty. For the
That's
person
that's why the petty pimps here will tell.
will tell. For the person that tried it, and Testimony Tuesday is all right, but I wish JP wouldn't wear her shades. Hey, you. Talking to you. She need them to see.
I really do.
She really
I
can't see.
I need that for all this action right here.
Even if she didn't, so what?
I was getting there. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, mind your business. Mind the business.
Season 3 presented something new for us.
Yes,
The visual.
as you can see.
We are not accustomed to having to look like we belong to somebody. we we usually just show up, do our bit, and head on out.
Yeah.
And sweet baby Jesus only knows what we look like typically.
Just seeing God's favor on this platform, with STL TV, with, Andy and the crew and Dre
Absolutely.
and with APC 30 to literally watch. And I think we've said this pretty much every year, even before the podcast. It's literally just watching how, as some people have called this, the little engine, our little show. The little show that could, I know they say the little engine that could, but they called it the little show. But this little show went from an open mic in the club, gospel open mic in the club, to we was doing it at the restaurants as well as Herb Arts, telling folks to come out the laundromat. That was me, and they did. From that to multiple seasons. Yeah, the phones just ring, even on set. Doesn't matter.
The fact that we couldn't go out and interact with people like we wanted to.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
We usually do before the Wanch Corona came around.
Ooh, that heifer. I'm tired of her.
We would do our once a month meeting at different locations.
Yes.
But yeah, unfortunately, we could not do that this season. So that was probably the most difficult. But we kept rolling. We made it work. But
we did.
Look out for season 2. I'm your host, JP CEO. Peace. Season 3.
Yes.
Testimony Tuesday, where we what, fellas?
Praise.
Your
what?
Peace.